Hey everybody, Dr. D back here with installment number 4 of the Study Tips series. As before, I would like to remind you that this is not a get-rich-quick type of thing, right? This is not a method by which you should hang your hat, right? Because everybody studies differently, but these are some techniques that have worked for me, and I just wanted to share them with you. So please think about everything that I say critically, and if you have something else, another suggestion, or another way that you study that works for you, put it down there in that comments section. I look forward to hearing from you. Today, I'm pretty excited about this because we are going to talk about study groups. What about them? Well, first of all, should you have one? I will tell you overwhelmingly the answer to this is yes. Yes. I firmly believe in study groups. I firmly believe in everything study group. And if you don't believe in study groups, you're not wrong. Maybe you study better on your own. But here's the thing about studying in a group. You might have knowledge gaps. I know it's sad to think about, right? You might not know everything. In fact, guarantee you probably don't know everything. I certainly don't know everything. And so there are certain things that you don't know or that you don't understand as well as somebody else. But if you study in a group, you can cover each other's blind spots, hopefully. Right? I had a study group in undergrad, and we were awesome. Right? There were 3 of us, and when I say we were awesome, it's not that we got 100 on every single exam all the time, but I definitely got more out of working with them than I would have gotten working on my own. Okay? So should you have a study group? I firmly believe yes. How big should your study group be, right? Too big is not going to be effective. I would say 3 to 5 people, right? 3 to 5 people. Again, that's just personal numbers, right? But it also trends with what we have you doing in classes, right? Normally when you work together in classes, you work in groups of 4. Groups of 4 or 5 are ideal for working together because there's enough work to spread out amongst the group, but not so much work that people feel overwhelmed, and not so little work that some people skate by without doing anything. Now, the best way for a study group to work is that you guys do your homework together and you study for exams together, right? That's the best way for it to work. And the way that I used to do it, and again, take this as you will, right? But the way that I used to do this in college and in graduate school is we would each divvy up the problem sets, right? And as we're working through them, typically for studying, for homeworks, everybody's working on everything together, and you kind of stop and help each other when you need to. But for studying, we would divvy up problems from a section of the textbook, and each one of us would do one. And then we would have to explain to the rest of the group how we did what we did, right? And so the other people in the group should have worked on that problem as well, but you're going to be in charge of explaining how to do it. And I think that this helps significantly, at least in the way that I study. Because if I can explain something to you, chances are that I understand it better and I understand the underlying concepts. And so it hits not only can I do the problem, but I understand what's happening in the problem and I understand what's underneath, what the foundation of this problem is. And if I understand those things, then inevitably on the exam, when the problem gets tweaked, because most professors don't just put the straight problem that they gave you on the homework on the exam, right? There's always a little twist, right? A little twist. Well, when you get that little twist, if you understand the fundamentals, seeing the twist isn't going to throw you, right? So, study groups, absolutely. I encourage study groups. I have noticed that students who study in groups tend to do better than students who don't study in groups. That is unofficial data, right? That is anecdotal, but that is what I've noticed. From personal experience, I've found this to be true as well. When I study in a group, I do significantly better than when I study on my own. Study groups help us cover our knowledge gaps. They help us cover our blind spots. And hopefully, if you do it in the right way, it pushes you to extend your knowledge base and minimize your blind spots. Okay, so I guess that's really all I got to say about study groups. See you guys next time.